What's going on, YouTubers, gamers, and hobbyists? Welcome to this first episode in a new series which I am calling Painting Snippets. At least I think that's what I'm calling it. Yeah, why not? Painting Snippets. Snippets of painting. Because it's only going to be half an hour long. This is designed for just doing either little bits, or just talking and, you know, ignoring it totally. But that's what I do. So forgive my top of my head being cut off. I've only got my glasses there though, see, so you don't see that. And you can see a couple of things in the background, like my other camera there. Well, one of my other cameras. There's another camera stand over there on another bench over there in the background. I'm going to be working on Ghostbusters today, and essentially they're not their guns. What do they call them? I forget what they call them now, but the things that are connected to the packs which send the ghosts into the box, basically. I'm going to be using some old school Citadel Snot Green for this. Just trying to shake it up because it's a bit on the thick side at the moment. So I'm just putting a little bit on my palette, which I am doing. Put some drying retardant in there as well. And some airbrush thinner, methinks. Couple drops of Lamia Medium. Look, I've got it in a drop bottle now. Ha! 1, 2, 3 drops of that. And we are literally good to go. I like these old pots. I really do. I even had a ball bearing in there, so that's how long it's been sat there. But that's all right. I'm just adding some water now from my water pot to my palette, which is just a Coffee Mate lid. Yeah, I use these because I get through so many of them. I get through so many Coffee Mate pots. That's the thing. That, I might just as well use them as palettes. The lids. Why not? Hey. Right, so who am I taking first? This looks like Egon Spengler. So forgive my glasses, but I'll get eyes. I think green. It's not green. At least it would be the most eye-catching green with which to do this. I just need something which stands out. Used far too much green, but that's okay. So this is like the baby to On the Bench. Yeah, and it's also going to be my segue into telling you about my Patreon stuff, because Patreon is now offering, well, it will be by the time you see this, offering longer paint-alongs videos. There is going to be an hour, which they currently have an hour, but obviously try and reduce the ads on that. And always do an HD. These, I don't know, these half-hour ones, and even the On the Bench, I'm not sure if it warrants being in full HD or whether 720p is enough. Personally, I think it's enough, but that's just me. Proton packs, that's what they're called. I remember now. But of course, it'll be in at least 1080p for patrons, and there's going to be an hour and a half series for them as well. and a 2-hour painting series, which I'm intending to do right next. Who we got? Venkman. Dr. Venkman. Exactly what are you a doctor of? Dr. Venkman. Psychology and parapsychology. Yeah. I've got to remember, these are only board game pieces, so I don't need to do them as fancy as I would for, say, Citadel miniatures. Just want them to look a bit nicer than all one colour plastic, which they were. But even the bases, they're coloured in case you need that for a quick reference for the game. Otherwise they look a bit samey. At a glance, you might need to tell. At a glance, you might need to tell who's who and what's what. There we are. Dr. Venkman, Dr. Peter Venkman. But just, if I can just get these cables done, or these hoses, whatever you call them, I'll be happy. Right, race stance is next. Yeah, race stance. Because key member of the Ghostbusters. Let's not forget, he initially financed it by remortgaging his parents, the house his parents left him. Yeah, so I think green is a good colour for doing things like this on anything, whether it's Warhammer or board games or whatever. Any sort of cabling or wiring, I think, looks good in green, doesn't it? I think it does, anyway. So, how are you? I thought, do you know what inspired me to do this style? Do you know who inspired me to do this style? You might even be watching. JamJar34, you inspired me to do this style of video, sir. I'm just doing it like this. I'm not trying to copy you. I'm just it's a homage to you. Yeah, I thought it'd be neat to do just a shorter. If you haven't got as much time, you've only got like a spare half hour or so. I mean, none of my, when I say my videos is going to be an hour or an hour and a half or 2 hours, it's never going to be exactly to the minute. But there or thereabouts, that's what it is. That's what it's going to be. So basically, right, that's him done. Winston Zeddemore, Your Honour. So basically, I want to do more for patrons. Check out my Patreon campaign if you feel like supporting this channel. Literally helping me keep the lights on in this place. because, like I say, I've said it before, electricity is so expensive these days. I'm using it not just for lights, but for heat as well, for the winter, and of course in the summer for the fans to blow cool air around. Or because if you have a hot for here summer, you can't stick it. It's just too hot. You've got to have the fan blowing on you. The trouble is that sort of dries your paints out real quick. But yeah, you just got to adapt the way you paint. Also, I'm using this sort of angle as well for these paints. For these videos. I can see the appeal of it. I like doing all angles, so I change them up a bit sometimes. Sometimes I have the camera facing me, sometimes I have it at an angle. Never sure what, looks best or works best. There you go, and there you go, that is it. Wash that brush out. What do I do with, yes, my snap green, because I am going to pop this back into the pot because I use too much. I'm not wasting paint. I don't know what colour this is. Now in Games Workshop, it's not moot green, is it? It's I can't think right now off the top of my head, but there is a green that sort of replaced this in the modern paints. But yeah, there you go. So I've had a busy week. I'm also testing out the sound acoustics as well. I've already hooked up to a microphone, so I've got the microphone on sort of like a free stand, if you will. There we are. Still better sound quality than just the phone microphone, so I thought I'd use that. Jam Jar, incidentally, is he's waiting for a package from Warlord Games, isn't he? That Epic Battles or whatever. I'm looking forward to his. Have you seen? I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen his excitement and anticipation waiting for this package? I'm excited for him. I'm excited for you, sir. I can't wait to see what what's in that box and what you do with it. Basically, so you have some coffee. That's good. I have also got to do a couple of metallics whilst I'm here on their backpacks. Gunmetal, that'll do, because that's closest to lead belcher that I can be bothered to dig around for. I've got another pot of water over there which I use for metallics. Okay, that was just a couple of drops of airbrush thinner. So mix this up on my palette. In the other pot, yeah, it's always handy having a spare pot of water so that I can easily wash out my metallic brushes. I'll have to turn my heater off. It's hot in here now. Hot. Yeah, so this is why you don't see me on the other videos, because I look a bit geeky with my glasses on here because I can't see properly. I can't see properly up my left eye, anyways. But you know, I can't see to think when I started this hobby, I wasn't using glasses. I can't imagine trying to do it now. Can't imagine. But I did at the time. I was painting blood angels, I believe. That's probably why they're so rubbish. Right. This will then get up my Ghostbuster game pieces up to the same level. So if this was any other game, I would say, well, this was a gun stuck in his backpack, but it isn't. It's a, I don't know, either part of the backpack itself or some other gadget that they use. Yeah, so I've been looking at, my wife and I have been looking at properties in Seaton. It's where we're hoping to move one day. Got a lot to do here first before that happens, like on our house and so on. But there's no harm in looking, as though it's helping bring your dream a bit closer. Lived somewhere by the sea, you see, and Seaton is where I grew up. I know the area quite well. There's a lot of awesome history there too. It's on the Jurassic coastline, so there's a lot of dinosaur fossils that are found on that coastline there. I don't mean like big dinosaurs, but I mean like, you know, from the sea and that. Yeah, it's really cool. I've been able to find them myself as a kid. I found one, I remember. Quite a good one, actually. So they're all at the same level now, so that's good. Yeah, I'm keeping the colours of their bases, because that's what those colours there are. The colour that the plastic was for the whole miniature, basically. Right, I need a really dark brown for his hair. We'll put gunmetal back. We use Dryad brown. My Peter Venkman's got dark brown hair, so whatever. If we do the hair, then it'll look better. Yeah, so looking at properties in Seaton, it's not beyond the realms of possibility. That was at least what the exercise today proved to myself and to my wife, because I think my wife was, there was a point my wife was like, well, we're never going to do it. How are we going to do that? Property prices are too expensive there. We never do it. And as we saw today, yeah, you can. You might have to give up, you know, your nice garden. You might just have a little garden or something, like, or you might have to give up a driveway, have street parking. But again, these are concessions I'm willing to make in Seaton, because Seaton, it's not as bad for parking as it is in the city. It's town, so whatever cars you see there, that is it. That is literally it. Right, I don't think there's any more there. Looking good. Looking good. Plus, this angle with the camera or the phone or whatever, I can see the time and how long I've spent doing it, so that's good too. I'm slowly getting my Imperial Fists to an acceptable level. Slowly, he says, slowly. Tor Garradon. This is the miniature my friend Mifos got me for Christmas. He's not done by a long way, but he's coming on. He's coming on. Definitely coming on. And my Imperial Fists, the ones I'm doing. I know some of you might say, "Oh, yeah, they're supposed to have red trims on the shoulder pads." These are white. These are the first company, or they're going to be. So they're going to be white. It's not at the moment. They've only got greys on their trims. So I'm trying to paint it so that they're like chipped and whatnot. Oh, it's not focusing, but I'm hoping it comes out all right, as opposed to looking like a crap paint job. The bits I've got to do their eyes for the lenses. I'm thinking of just putting white in there and then like a red tint of some description. You know, I don't know. I'm gonna do that. Thinking of doing that. Yeah. As opposed to just painting like the middle and then the middle of that and then a couple of highlights. Oh, I know. No, I don't have that finesse at the moment. I just don't. But I'm pleased with the way they're coming out. It's not actually a lot on my desk now. That needs to be done to get it off the desk. Choose one here as some sort of monk character. I could put some Magrex Earthshade on the stick he's holding there. But yeah, I'm chuffed with the way it's coming on. Looking forward to Jamjar 34's unboxing when he gets his Warlock Games package. I can only imagine what he must be feeling. You know, if it's something you're waiting for, it's like, yeah, you know, I need this. I totally get that. Totally get that. Yeah, so yeah, we've seen some nice properties in Seaton. Seen some adequate ones as well. I've only seen one that was like, oh no. I looked at one for over $1 million, you know, just for funsies, and I thought, it's nice. It's really nice. Not worth that though. It's definitely not worth that, I would say. What have we got here? Brown glaze. Gotta be a reason I don't use this. I think I just found it. Contrast medium. Put some of that. Yeah. So this is actually the first of my 2 days off, so I've got another day off tomorrow, which is awesome. Love that. Next week is my worst week. It's week 2 of my 4-week working weekly pattern. Try saying that when you're drunk. I can't say it when I'm sober. Like, yeah. So there's that. What else? Yeah. So that's week 2 starting next week. Not super looking forward to it because, as I say, it's my worst week because it's like that particular week. That's 5 in a row, and it's and there's like working till midnight, and by the end of that, I am absolutely screwed. I'm absolutely screwed. Yeah. So once that's done, his bass. So I'll probably just do Sterling Mud, I think. Yeah, I think I'll do that, Sterling Mud. 26 minutes. I could probably do it in this video. Then, that's an awesome testimony to how much I can get done in 1.5 hour snippet. Painting snippet. Let's get some little projects done. Right, we're up against the clock. Tick, 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 tick. Right, Sterling Mud. This is just a model that's going to be used for role playing. Like I say, I was actually after a different type of model. Well, not a different type of model. It's an old school model, a metal model, an old Citadel model of like a priest like this, but he had his hands behind his back, carrying a club, which was hidden from the unsuspecting person he's about to, I don't know, rob or bludgeon to death or whatever. Their humour in those days was very strange. So I'm just mixing my Sterling Mud. I've done it. It's all done. Right, that's my texture tool, application tool from Citadel. There he is there. Might put some flock on him as well later. Just got to let him dry. Actually, no, I'll just yeah. So that's not bad. That's not bad. I've managed to get work done on these. Not bad at all for my first painting snippet. Take my glasses off. Have some more coffee. Nearly out. Let's get some more. Painting snippets. 1/2 hour snippets to just get you in the mood. Painting along. You can't be bothered to listen to an hour of me droning on and waffling on like in my other videos. But you want to see something and get something done. This is the series for you. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That's a huge, huge help for me and my channel. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. That helps too. Not only does it help me, it helps you guys, and it helps YouTube know what's good to promote and what's not. So yeah, if you really want to help me out, check out my Patreon campaign. Link in the home on my home screen. Just click on Patreon. It will take you to my Patreon site where it will explain the different levels of Patreon, and there's going to be stuff added to that soon. So like I say, there's going to be more painting videos coming up. I can tell you what's coming up in Patreon, although these guys aren't finished yet. I don't know if you can see. It doesn't focus very well, this camera, but I don't know if you can tell the grim dark effect of these. The way I've done it. I'm going to be doing a painting tutorial, and that's going to be for my patrons. I forget what level you need to be for that. I think it might be level 3. I don't know, but it will tell you there anyway. Level 1 is $1 a month, and there's several levels, and it tells you the different tiers. And that's it, my friends. That is it. Thank you very much for joining me on this first episode of painting snippets. I think that's what I'm going to call it. If not, just ignore what I said. Just, welcome, thanks for joining me on my first episode of whatever I'm calling it. But at the moment, I'm calling it painting snippets. So, thank you. I love you all. Bye for now. And remember, all brushes lead to war.